has this camp been for you?
It's been good. It's been good to be back in the facility. Obviously, a long summer, which we don't like. We want to win. So it's good to be back, start training, get to know a lot of the prospects and guys coming up. So that's always good. Yeah.
What were those last few games with the Marlies like for you? That adjustment to throw right away kind of thing?
Yeah, I think they were really important. I think getting that exposure and knowing what it's going to take to play your game at that level is really important. And so to be put in those games was really meaningful to me, and I think I did well with it. I'm going to keep developing to do better.
Did you find a difference in pace at the pro level?
Yeah, definitely. I
In
think
what way?
pace, just skating. I mean, guys are more efficient. I'd say pace-wise, I think guys are just a lot smarter than where I was in college. So playing with those guys who move the puck a lot faster, more efficient, tape to tape, it's faster that way.
What was your welcome to the moment?
I'd say probably first practice, I made a backdoor play on Matt Murray, and he didn't like that too much. So I learned that, but I'm going to keep going to the net, keep working on my game, and those rebounds are important. So
Why didn't he like it?
well, it was just like it was a tough play for him. Goalies don't like the backdoor stuff in practice, especially. So that was probably my welcome to the league moment. Yeah.
I'm sure you're asked this lots when you first signed, but what was it about the Toronto organization that you wanted to sign here?
Yeah, definitely a mix of things. I think the management, first and foremost, they really pushed the right messages for me, something that I wanted to be part of. Obviously, this organization has a ton of success in the past, and so being a part of that and wanting to push them to the next step was one of my goals. And the other thing is just opportunity. There's not a lot of draft picks, so I wanted to plug myself in somewhere as a NCAA free agent where I was undrafted. To push for a spot as soon as I could.
Had you done many development camps with the Leafs and other teams?
Yeah, so I did a Leafs development camp in 2023,
Right.
and then 2024 I actually went to the Tampa Bay Lightning development camp.
Who's better?
Leafs. Easy choice, yeah.
Good answer.
Now you're an Ottawa kid, right?
Yeah.
So did you have the opportunity to play major junior and you chose the NCAA?
Well, I was drafted to the Sioux Greyhounds,
Okay.
OHL. Did not make the team as a 16-year-old, and then at that point I realized before I knew education was really important to me and my family, and so to be able to go that route and have the best of both worlds, which with a coaching staff with Reed Cashman, Jason Tapp, Brian Fahey, and Brian Poole, who really developed me to the player I am today, was awesome.
If today's major junior kids can walk onto the NCAA now, what do you think of that change?
Yeah, not a lot of opinion from my side. I mean, it would have been nice if I had that option too, but I think it's great for guys coming up to have that choice. Obviously, the CHL is a very highly touted league, so for those guys to be able to go to major junior or to college and still get an education, I think it's awesome.
What was it like to see the Battle of Ontario come back in the playoffs?
It was great. We came out on the right side, so that's very positive. But yeah, great hockey on both sides. And something to build off of for sure.
Andy was saying yesterday they like the offense that you can bring. How do you bring up the other side of the game, the defensive side, that sort of thing?
For sure, yeah. I think it's a part of my game that I've worked on a lot for the past 3-4 years, especially with Reed Cashman, who was with the Washington Capitals before coming to Dartmouth. But working on that 200-foot game, especially I like to pride myself on draws and being really good on the face-off dot and the D zone. And I think that really came into fruition for my sophomore and junior year, and we keep developing that in pro.
Were you part of the horse today?
Yeah, it was really fun. We learned a lot, and the leadership that goes into I don't know what you call it, taming a horse or training a horse is really cool, and something that you can take into your own life to one day hopefully I make enough money to where I can be on a ranch and I can train my own horses. So that was really cool.
What's the message do you think they were sending you with you watched somebody train a horse?
Yeah, I think that the little things matter, and that foundation is really important. For probably we were there for 2.5 hours, and the first whole hour was just foundation stuff, teaching the horse how to move in different directions and to basically pay attention to you instead of paying attention to distractions and stuff like that. So I think that's really important as hockey players, is to keep your focus inside the boards and focus on what you're doing.
Does the horse have a name?
I did not catch the horse's name. No, I'm not sure if I'm missing it.
Mystery for us.
Yeah.
How did he get the horse to listen to him?
So he had a training stick to where he would just make corrections for the horse to do the things he wanted to do, and Once again, super interesting, and I've never seen that part of life, so it was pretty cool.
Is that the uniqueness of some of these things at development camp? I mean, not running the mill, but you might see the same things over and over again in some of these camps. But how cool is it to have something?
Really cool. Yeah, I think that was. It's also something that relates a lot to hockey. Is just focusing on that foundation and having a good base under you before you develop the little skills that we're developing here. The development camp. I mean, it's been awesome so far. It's been my favorite one over my past 3 years. Yeah, and obviously the on-ice stuff has been really good over the past 2 days. But the extracurriculars, the basketball,
Someone say the Raptors.
the opening address, the horse, all of it's been really well done.
What was the opening address?
Pardon me?
What was the opening address?
It was with our GM Brad Cheelevine. Wendell Clark spoke at it, which was really cool to hear his voice. And then the next morning, Coach Craig Berube spoke in the morning. Yeah.
But what do you think of the opportunity before you going into training camp?
Yeah, I'm just focused on what I can do now to develop. I want to put my best foot forward going into training camp. So I think every day matters for me in the weight room, on the ice, being a good person off the ice. So that's what I'm focused on.
What stood out the most about the session with the horse trainer?
It was a fun team building experience. I think just seeing a different life and that I had and a lot of others may not have had. So just cool perspective to see.
What was your kind of biggest eyebrow raising moment from it? I guess you spent about a couple hours there.
I guess when he put the saddle on the horse and it did not like that. So yeah, that's what we'll say.
What can you learn or take away from that? Because it doesn't, horse trainer, hockey players, like what can you learn from that?
That's a good question. I think one of the big takeaways is maybe kind of like the relationship you have to build with that horse. Being kind of assertive with it, but also like not too aggressive, right? So it's kind of like a teammate relationship that he kind of explained to us, where you have to get the horse to respect you and vice versa. So it's kind of a parallel between that and the hockey locker room.
You're a Western guy, aren't you? You should be used to horses.
Well, there's none at my house. That's just
We've had some more traditional guest speakers at this camp. Who has resonated with you? From who you've heard from?
We've had Berube speak to us now. He was awesome. I think really good perspectives from him, and he's been around the game for so long. So respect him as a human and value his opinion as a person and a coach.
What was his message?
It's compete and it's kind of like the willingness to go above and beyond, and how far you're willing to go for your teammates to compete, to battle. And so I think it comes down to that will, like I mentioned.
What did your season, your named captain, season starts in Lethbridge. How did that play out for you, and that responsibility and leadership?
It was a good challenge. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's interesting being put into that role, and it was awesome for me. I think I grew a lot as a person, and had to get out of my comfort zone and be vocal and challenge our players and hold them accountable, as well as myself. So it's a two-way street. I think it allowed me to kind of care for everyone and a little bit more, and to kind of see more of my teammates as humans, and to take that step towards understanding what everyone's going through on and off the ice, right? So I think trying to be there for my teammates and being accountable on and off the ice.
I know Danford was named captain in Oshawa as well. And to be have that same experience with that other prospect was too.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was your best leadership moment this season, do you think?
Ooh. I think it's just, look back at our season, it's tough to pick one, but I think our series against Calgary round 2, I think we were down 3 games to 2, and then we took it back home and we won that game, and went to Calgary, do or die moment, and I think just having that calm presence, that was kind of my main focus, and just to try to be steady and show the guys that we're not here to panic. This is our game to take, and I think that went a long way with the guys, and everyone showed up and got it done. So that was very meaningful.
Throughout the season, who's the person in the Leafs organization that talks to you and tells you maybe what you need to work on in your game or anything like that?
A lot of communication with Haley and Jake Muzzin. Jake was my main point of contact for the season, and we worked together a lot. Video work and just kind of regular check-ins. So that was fantastic to have him. He's a brilliant mind to have, and great to work with him.
Yeah, what's
do you
up?
think-
Sorry, what's
Sorry.
up like to have a guy like Muzzin did everything there, won the Stanley Cup to be in your corner and have that guy.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't really ask for anything better. He's a fantastic, just human being, right? Like a good character, and he's special to work with, and passed a lot of good lessons on to me, and just hoping to continue to build my game with him as I step into pro. And yeah.
What area of your game do you think he's helped you the most in?
I think one of his strengths when he played was just his ability to think the game well, and I think that's probably my biggest strength as well. So I think from that side, we sort of talked and exchanged a lot of ideas and gained a better understanding of what to do in certain situations, and then as well just being a little harder, being more physical on guys, and just kind of having a calmness about being on the ice and just being patient with certain things.
What's been your welcome to the Leafs moment so far?
There hasn't really been a bad moment, but I would just say walking in here and just, taking a look at everything and seeing all the resources they have here, all the people they have here, and that was kind of like, wow, this place is amazing. So,
What was the, was there one part of the facility here where you were particularly gobsmacked?
I came here right after the combine
Okay.
on that Saturday, and just walking in the locker room and just seeing everything was like, wow, this place is amazing.
So the camp this week, I'm just wondering this morning that the horse trainer, what stood out about that?
It was a good team building activity. It was good team bonding. A lot of the guys haven't been up close to a horse before, so it was really cool for them. The purpose behind it was to inspire leadership, inspire trust and respect between everybody. So it was good.
What was the biggest eyebrow-raising moment? Guys were talking about putting the saddle on, or
Yeah.
what stood out to you, I guess?
Yeah. I've been around horses a little throughout my life, and so people were really surprised when they put the saddle on. The horse started bucking everywhere and went crazy, so that really surprised everybody. But when the horse learned to trust the guy who was handling it, it settled down. So that's what he was trying to preach to us.
How much background do you have with horses?
Not much, but I've ridden a few times. So
Other speakers, more traditional guys, what has resonated the most from that for you?
just respect leads to trust, and trust leads to good relationships. That's what I took out.
Who said that, or which speech did that come from?
That came from the horse handler.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so that's perfect.
Yeah.
I know you also heard a session from the mental health consultant. What have you learned about dealing with pressure from this week?
Pressure can be a good thing if you channel into the right things. That's what I learned from that.
How do you feel like you've handled pressure in your young career?
Pretty well. If you let pressure overwhelm you, it's a bad thing. But if you use it in a positive and good way, and I deserve this pressure, I earned this pressure. That's a good way you can use it.
When you got drafted and everything up to now, what has this whole few weeks last been like for you?
It's been crazy. I'm still kind of in shock by it all, but it's definitely been a great experience, and couldn't be happier to be here. The days I've been here, it's been awesome, and yeah.
Some of the guys were saying they got texts from Austin and John. Did you hear from any of the current Leafs at all?
Yeah, I was extremely surprised. I checked the numbers to see if it was actually the right area code. I thought somebody was messing with me, but
Yeah.
I think it's him.
Yeah. What was that like? Just to hear from, was it Austin? I guess.
Yeah, it was Austin, William Nylander, and John Tavares, and it it was wild. I was not expecting that. So
Just what is that like too? Like Austin's a guy who had a different sort of path to get to where he is, you know, with his heritage and everything like that. Just what has it been like to watch him as a player as he's developed?
it's been really cool. You know, he was a NCAA guy too, so you know, my 2 years there, we heard a lot about him. So it's definitely been cool to watch him, and yeah, he's somebody a lot of people on my team, including me, look up to. So.
I guess first off, what did you think of the horse trainer this morning?
Oh yeah, it was unbelievable. It was fun actually to watch how a horse could like actually learn so fast. It was unbelievable. Yeah.
So how does that help you, do you think? Like a hockey player or a horse, like it doesn't, you know, it can seem very different. How does it help you, do you think?
Oh, I don't really know actually. It's like a little bit like listen to the coach, try to focus when the coach says something. I think we learned about a lot. He was always trying to get the horse to look at him, so look at the coach when he's talking. Yeah.
Good lesson.
Yeah.
What was the most eyebrow-raising moment or surprising moment from it?
Oh, it started to jump once. Yeah, it was insane. Yeah.
Were you, like, how close were you to it?
First I was around like the fence. Then I went sat down on the side, so I was a bit further away than most of the guys. But yeah, it was close.
Haley said that yesterday that you were a little surprised by the fight. What did you think of the fight?
It was cool to see from far away, but I probably guess it's not cool to be in one. But yeah, it was cool. But you know, like, yeah, it was cool.
For this camp overall, what are you hoping to take away most?
What do you mean?
Like, just on the ice or, you know, with the facilities and everything, what do you hope to take away from this camp?
Actually, I'm going to work junior showcase soon, so probably just the transition from the small ring to the big ring, like just to take that with me back to Sweden and then come home 9 days and then go to Minneapolis. So yeah, I think that's the biggest part I want to take with me right now.
How did you grow this last season? Where do you feel you took the biggest strength step?
My offensive zone. Probably you guys have seen my scores and assists this season. It went up probably like really high. So yeah, I think my offensive upside has been getting really much better this season.
How did you do it?
I don't actually know. I just started to like play more with the puck. Dared to do more things that I didn't dare to do the last season before that. So yeah, I think that was a huge part that I changed to get better in the offensive zone.
Haley said you put on 20 pounds?
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Pizza Sundays.
Pizza Sundays?
Yeah.
What is that?
We had game Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we went out some boys and grabbed pizza on Sunday. So yeah, that's probably the secret about it. I don't know actually, but I just ate a lot more food in general. Ate a lot more snacks and all that. So yeah, I think that was a huge part of it.
What's your favorite pizza?
I said Capri Salsa, but I changed my mind. Actually, it's Hawaii.
Pineapple?
Yeah.
Wow, that's controversial. What do you like about that?
I don't know. I just like pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel the strength helping you on the ice? The additional pounds?
Yeah.
Like in what ways?
Yeah, a lot in like the corner battles and all that. Like just the battles around the ice helps me really much.
I'm sorry, I was going to say, we saw you out there with Penis at the end of the skate. What was it like to see him get drafted here, and what has he been like for a teammate for you?
Yeah, he's a great guy, first of all, and just that he get drafted to the same place as me is just hilarious. Like, I love it. I started to scream when he got drafted here because I got so happy. You know, I thought I was going to be the only Swede here, like, could talk Swedish, so I was like, yeah, you guys might draft Titus, yeah. And it happened, so yeah, I'm really happy. And how he is as a teammate, he's a great guy overall. Very competitiveness and really good hockey player. So yeah.
What stands out most about him on the ice, like just the type of player he is?
His smoothness, I think. Yeah, he's like, to be that tall and to like go around the ice like he does, it's like you can't find that in everyone.
You guys out there at the end of practice, does that happen a lot back in Sweden?
No, actually no, because we got to get off the ice directly when the ice session is over. So But if we had time, of course, that would be happening.
Yeah, you would usually stay out back
Yeah,
home, a lot, just
yeah.
fooling around, putting the net sideways.
I don't know. It was sideways already, so
okay.
yeah. I think we just tried to do something really stupid, but I saw that Brad was standing behind the glass, so I didn't want to hit him. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No.
No.